Good morning. So today we are getting to harvest tomatillos. There are these little guys here that are falling. I must confess this one probably has some kind of insect damage, but I must confess I already harvested about a basket of them. Not these particular ones. These are little itty bitty guys. I kind of got bunked on the seeds, but they toast up like any other tomatillo and go right in the salsa. Don't judge me for my watermelon vines. They're at the end of their little ropes here. This one's dangling. This is like a third run from these vines, but they've about had it. Some of the coolest ones are these Queen of Malinaco tomatillos I've got here, and they're strange yellow pear-shaped ones. Really cool. And I have some standard just green tomatillos, and as you can see, they've been ripening and falling off the vines. So this morning I'm out here harvesting as many as are done, but they're going to continue to produce for quite some time. So I just kind of come through, and you can see some dirty caterpillary thing is eating these. You can see a lot of leaf damage down here on these. Let me get the sun out of the way. You know, lots. There's a bunch of insect eggs and damage to the papery husks. This one's been eaten all the way off. They kind of leave the fruit alone because they're super sticky. And, you know, I guess that's when you know the purpose of the sticky stuff. So this one, the paper's starting to dry, even though it's a little tiny in there. So I'm going to take that one off. And then if I reach back in here, there's some that have fallen. They're kind of hard to spot. And, you know, I'm out here every day looking. And then, you know, you get out here with the right light, and suddenly they're just everywhere, all over the ground. So, right there. And then some of these, I just kind of like try to lift up a little, and here we go. Let's see the heavy ones down there. Give the little papery husks kind of a grab. And if they start to dry up, I go ahead and harvest them, but at least for now, this one is kind of, I don't know, I'm going to leave that one. It may do something more. Alright, so I may have about picked out this end, but I have to keep coming back because I keep seeing more that are definitely like ready to go. Like this little guy right here. This little guy right here. Just a whole bunch. Now, I thought it was weird that these plants came out of the fence like they have. Some of these are planted deep back behind this fence, all the way, see these trees all the way back behind, and they've grown like into the trees, but mostly they vined out all over the ground here. And it's actually turned out to be a real benefit to us that they did, because the earwigs in this yard are pretty bad this year. I just think everybody had a bad earwig season, and they have decimated my cantaloupes. The little buggers have burrowed through little holes in the bottom of every cantaloupe. Next year I'm going to do them in tool bags to keep them out, you know, even when I put them on plates. And then as soon as that hole was there, the fruit flies got in, and it always happened right as they were starting to ripen, but before they were ripe. So, you know, that cantaloupes are a fail, but these tomatillos are not. And the way they vined out on this patio made it really nice as kind of a secondary protection. I mean, earwigs can still get to them, and they have, but far less, because they can't just crawl out of the wood chips and into my fruits. So, Again, don't judge the watermelon vines. They're everywhere, and yeah. So that whole basket of tomatillos, and then whatever else I get out of here, we're gonna have to use up as soon as possible, and just keep on this, because it's gonna keep, this will produce until the frost kills it, if the frost kills it. So here it is, the final tomatillo harvest for today. It's a better part of a colander, and then this big old basket here, I don't know, feels like there's a few pounds in there, more than 2 at least. About the same here. It's quite a lot. I wish I had a produce scale so I could kind of weigh it and see. And anyway, my roses in bloom. But yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet. My freezer is chock full of salsa already. I'm going to find something to do with them though, because they are delicious. All right. I wanted to show you guys these Queen of Malinaco tomatillos very quickly, just to kind of show you how different they are. Before I unwrap one of these, as you can see, it's kind of oval. It's a little bigger than thumb size, and it is a pear-shaped yellow variety. At least that's how it was described in the seed catalog. As you can see here, when I unwrap this guy, it's a very strange shape for a tomatillo, and I'm going to cut it real quick. Okay, that's very interesting compared to an average tomatillo. And actually, I'm going to grab one real quick. I grabbed a couple of other kinds. This one is a purple and a large grain hybrid, I think. This is just a regular green one. These are those little ones that start with the M. I'll try to put a little note in the final video. And then I've cut it open here, and you can see one of the same kind that's a little more ripe. And I don't know if you could see there all the seeds. And this one kind of looks more like a pepper, how it's open on the inside and has a cluster of seeds. Let me cut these other two, and I'll show you what they look like. I don't know why all of a sudden I've got flies buzzing me. It's disgusting, sorry. There you go. As you can see, these have solid, more or less kind of interiors, all of them, with the exception of this variety. Everyone I've opened has been like this. So, really cool, interesting variety. I'm gonna taste one actually. Oh wow, that's really weird. Hang on. The first thing you taste is sweet. Then there's like a veggie finish. Sweet, but like a tomato, not like a cherry or a piece of fruit. No, I ate the outer wall. The inside's just soft and a little pithy. Got a hint of bitterness. Got a strange texture. It's almost like overripe melon, kind of granular. Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. And delicious. So next year, I think they weren't in a good spot. Next year I'm going to grow them in a different area. Anyway, I just thought you guys might be interested in those strange tomatillos. And I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.